Have you ever tried to open a coconut? It's not nearly as easy as you might think. When I was a kid at Chinese school, there was this tall coconut tree, or 椰子树, in the corner of the school grounds. Whenever a coconut would fall, it would be a grand treat. How did little kids open a coconut? Well, we would take turns smacking it on the ground as hard as we could, until eventually it would explode open, kind of like a piñata. Then we would all share the sweet and creamy white flesh inside. Of course, it wasn't the cleanest or most efficient way to open it, but it was always fun. If you watch the guys at the Polynesian Cultural Center do it, they can climb the tree, grab a coconut, come down and husk it in like under 30 seconds. So how do we actually open this thing? The husk is really tough and fibrous, and Hawaiians would use it to make really strong rope. So I'm using the back of a hammer to cut strips into the husk and then pry it up and rip it off. It's sort of the opposite of the guys at PCC, who would impale the coconut on a spear in the ground and pry it off strip by strip. It just takes me about 12 minutes, whereas they can do it in 1/20th of that time. Coconut water isn't the same as coconut milk. Coconut milk is made by taking the white flesh and wringing it out like a towel. When you finally get that husk off, there are 3 little eyes at the top of the coconut that you can easily poke through. They're just big enough to slip a straw in to drink the water inside. You need to poke out all 3 eyes if you want to pour the water out, like poking holes on both sides of a can. Coconut water is a light, refreshing beverage, whereas coconut milk is used to make things like haupia or curry. When you've gotten all the water out, it's pretty simple to just smack the shell all the way around to crack it open. And then there's the sweet, tender, creamy treat inside that is the coconut flesh. Hawaiians would use the coconut, or niu, in so many different ways. Pahu drums are made from coconut trunks. The leaves were woven into mats, baskets, or hats. Of course, you could drink the water inside the coconut and eat the meat. But no, coconut shell bras really are just tourist garbage. I don't really care for the texture of dried shredded coconut, but the young flesh is just so ono, and an icon of island life. Until next time, joy kin and a hui ho.